Good morning, YouTubians. Gary here with VW Jawbreaker. Welcome back to another wonderful day.
Hot Florida Sunday.
I was working on the 60. I really appreciate all the names and everything dropping below. We're going to come up with something cool. I have a feeling. Got some really great names so far. Got a couple favorites. We'll keep that for another time. So today, again, working on the 60, working on the DIY Volksrod front end. Last video, we got the steering mocked up. That's good. Again, everything's just still kind of tack welded. It works fantastic. Let's see if you can see. I guess it would help if I move the dustpan out of the way. Works great. Let me get the dustpan moved. This thing's just been a catch-all lately. Stop stepping on the torch. Can you see? Look at that. I'm telling you, those Super Beetle U-joints are the ticket. Especially when you can obtain them for free. So today, we're going to start working on the bracing. Start getting the bracing mocked up. So, stick around and we'll get to work. As you can see, I've already kind of got to work a little bit this morning, trying to figure some things out. So essentially what we want to do is we want to brace off the front beam to the back beam to help give it some rigidity. We're going to do more to the frame head at a later time. And unfortunately, I don't have plasma cutters and all that. I've got a good old oxygen acetylene torch. And we've got some 3/16 plate by 2.5 inch. That was a joke. I ended up using the torch, cutting a couple pieces. Let me kind of show you what I'm thinking of here. So essentially, it's gonna go onto there. It's gonna weld onto the beam. This part where the clamp is will be bolted, and then this, not this, but some 1 inch square tubing by 1/4 inch thick, that'll get welded to this beam. This piece is thinner, it's just there for mock-up. But that's got to go all the way over, and of course I can't get it over because of the clamp. But again, this will be bolted together. So you can remove the bolt on this side, the other side, and of course then go ahead and remove your beam like normal. Now on this side, pardon the shaky, on this side, because we're running the stock gearbox, I'm coming into issues with those upper tabs hitting the lower pitman arm. So what we're gonna have to do, come on, be still, is trim these off a little bit so they won't fully wrap around, but we'll still get great weld penetration. So to get that on there, see, it's gonna hit. Not good. So I guess I'll get you set up. I'll give you an idea on, with limited tools, limited equipment, how I'm making these. Don't judge, don't laugh. Actually, go ahead and laugh because I am. All right, for starters, we've got this for starters, we have this 3/16 inch thick, 2.5 inch wide plate. And then pop that here in the old vise, get her torqued down. Got a piece of the old tube that we cut off. Basically putting that about halfway. Taking my soapstone and tracing around it for my cut. Now we have the basic moon shape and what we need. Now that we have that shape, what we're going to do is take our acetylene torch. and go ahead and cut that puppy up. So first thing, you fire it up.
Kinda hard to do in gloves sometimes.
That was fun. Who doesn't like fire? All right, next we'll take the piece of beam.
Wow, it's really close. Sweet.
So now we'll go ahead and take the grinder, clean up that little bit of slag. We'll be ready to start fitting. All right, there we go. It's ground down. Trim part of the ear off. That way we can fit that one around the pitman armor on the steering box. And since this is 2.5 inch wide, what I've been doing is coming out 2.5 inches. And again, I'll probably angle them down or something later. And now we just gotta cut that there and we're done.
Hey, it's hot. Don't pick it up with your hands.
There we go. That's one. Now we just need one more. And we can go ahead and start figuring this out. So here's what we got. We've got the one side, the passenger side, set up in the vise. These are 2.5 inch wide, and I made this point right here 2.5 inches. So I'm gonna go to 1.25 inches and find my center mark.
It didn't turn out too well.
And that worked out. All right. 2.25, or 1.25 this way. There's my center mark. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and drill through both of those, because we've got some 3/8 bolts we're going to run through. That's going to clamp everything together. So next step, get to drilling. There we go. Bolt goes in nicely. Now we'll go ahead and do the same on the other side. So rinse and repeat, basically. All right, so now I've got the 3/16 inch thick 1 inch square tubing. So now we've got our two pieces. I'll go ahead and get them kind of ready to go, figure out where we need to mark our hole, drill our hole, and we'll move on over. So we're gonna go ahead and work over here on the non-gearbox side to make things a little easier for you guys to see. First things first, Clamp everything together. Once it's clamped together, we can go ahead and start mocking things up. All we're trying to do is essentially find the distance.
And that's not gonna work.
Vice grips are in the way. Oh, does that look good? Can you even see with my hand in the way? Probably not. That should be pretty good. Alright. Now that we have the hole mostly marked, I'm going to go over there, find center, punch it, drill it. I'm going to get all this bolted together so we can get it tacked in.
On this side.
Now what we'll do is we'll take our bolt. It's a little warm. Put our bolt in. Put that in. What we're going to do is we'll put a washer on there, because if not, it's going to get, doesn't always, yeah, you know what I mean. Alright, now she's about ready to go tack on. What I was thinking about earlier though, like I was saying, is maybe taking this, angling it down or something just a little bit. Haven't decided. Just go put it on and see what we think. Alright, back on the passenger side. I'll go ahead and stick that right there where it goes. Stick that where it goes. Go ahead and pick up the proper size wrench because I want to get these leveled out for the most part.
That's gonna go down quite a bit.
You know what? Let me go ahead and snug it up a little bit more. There we go. I think that's it. So essentially that's how it's going to sit. So what we can do is we go ahead and tack that in. That definitely ain't going anywhere. You know, using tools you got around the house, sometimes you just make what you got work. However that goes. Let me show you. So far, this is where we're at. I think it's going to work just fine. It'll be nice and solid. It gives extra support. Like I was saying, I think we might go ahead and trim those corners just a little bit. We can always do that later when we're doing all of the final welding. But at least now, it's just a matter of pulling that one bolt out and that stays separate. I think we'll be good. One side down and
One side to go.
one didn't turn out too pretty, but it's all right. We got a grinder. Woohoo! Both sides done. All right, guys. Well, I'm soaked with sweat. Shirt sticking to me. It's a great day, isn't it? It was. We got our braces tacked in. I know I'm using the buzz box. Kind of losing faith in my MIG welder. I don't know. It's like it welds, but it doesn't. I really don't want to deal with stuff not being proper. So, I just got called into work. It's Saturday, lunchtime. Isn't that lovely? So I'm gonna go in, get changed, go ahead and get all this wrapped up, put away. Jawbreaker's gotta go back in the garage. And then boom, roll this puppy over. And that'll be that. So, guys, we'll do this one as a part one because we are definitely not done with the bracing on this frame head. We've got a lot more to do, at least I do, because it's how I want it. It's my car. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Thanks, guys, for the comments. Appreciate it. And until the next time, be good.